Robert Sandifer was just 11 years old and stood only 4 feet 6 inches tall. He earned the nickname Yummy because of his love for candy. But behind his young age was a life shaped by extreme abuse, system failure, and rapid induction into the Chicago's Black Disciples street gang. Older gang members routinely use kids like Yummy to carry out dangerous street crimes because minors face far lighter legal penalties. After 31 years, the shooter breaks his silence.
That night shouldn't have never happened at any circumstance.
31 years ago, an 11-year-old boy named Robert Yummy Sandifer became one of the most tragic faces of street violence in American history.
It was an unusually chilly September night in 1994 as the body of an 11-year-old was loaded into the back of an ambulance. He had been shot twice in the back of the head in a hit ordered by the leaders of the Black Disciples.
Wanted by police for a drive-by shooting, Yummy was lured into a dark Chicago pedestrian underpass and executed by members of his own gang. For over 3 decades, the full unfiltered story of what happened that night remained locked behind prison walls. I was looking at the story on The Art of Dialogue, and the man finally breaks his silence, but he really not saying too much of nothing. He's saying kind of like back then what he said in 94. The story still matters to this day because gangs are still going on, right? We still got young kids that are 11, 10, 6, 7, recruited by these gangs and put on these crash out missions. And then the gang just disposes of them.
I thought it was that simple as either you do this or you die.
And that's how it always boils down. It's not like any wiggle room when you live in that lifestyle.
So you're saying you had no other choice?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Derek refused to leave his brother's side.
A lot of people don't know that he actually took me home, and I can just feel someone right. So when I asked him what's going on and he told me everything, I refused to let him go by himself.
I should have been more of a big brother and just get out, right? But at the time, that ain't the way you think. I'm still a minor, we still kids.
Hours after the murder, both brothers were in custody, and months later, they were convicted felons. Craig, 60 years for murder, Derek, 45 for driving the getaway car. They were the only two ever tried in the case, even though they say others were involved.
Why not tell?
Because I was believing in the foolishness they was telling me, as far as the gangs and that lifestyle.
What did they tell you?
How they gonna be there, support, take care of us, our families, everything.
The man behind Yummy Sandifer's death has broken his silence to share his side of what happened that fateful night.
How was you able to find him that night? Because I know he was in hiding at that time, right? Over the 14-year-old girl that got killed?
He was on the block. So he was outside on the block. All right, and one thing I do want to say is what happened that night, I don't want to go into details because I don't want to disrespect his family or, offend no one. But I am going to say that should have never happened.
How did they find out y'all did it?
Me seeing him and talking to him that night, being with him, actually leaving with him. And his grandmother was told that, I guess the police was told that, and they came and rushed the crib, snatched me up. What happened? They say you was the last one seen with him alive, so either you did it or you know who did it. Back then, hey, keep your mouth closed. Well, they arrested me by myself. I'm talking about, I remember I'm laying on the couch and my old man opened the door. And I'm hearing a white voice like it's Craig Hardaway or Derek Hardaway here. I'm like, don't nobody come in this door, especially asking for us by our full names like that. They would be like, see, I dig, you know what I mean? And I looked out the curtains, man, it was like, like no exaggeration, maybe 8 homicide officers in my front yard. And we had bars all around our first floor, so I know they homicide, but why are they here? Ask for me and bro. ran upstairs to try to like jump out the back window to run through the alley. It's about 6 to 8 more of them out there. They had the whole house around it, man. You thought we had a bomb in there or Bin Laden or some shit. Like, they was everywhere. Locked me up, took me to the police station, questioned me for hours, beat the shit out of me multiple times. Yeah. Like this shit, remember when it first started, I was beating on the door. And they had me behind a locked door. I'm beating on the door, hey man, I'm ready to go home, let me up out of here. And I'm not knowing like who on the other side of the door. But my homie mother was on the other side of the door and she actually heard the first ass whooping. But I'm looking under there and I'm seeing all these feet running to the door and I had to jump up so the door don't swing and hit me. And they told me you might run some on the streets, but we the biggest gang in the world. This is police telling me this, that I might run some on the streets, but they the biggest gang in the world. And I don't run shit here. And they finna show me. They closed that door and beat the fuck out of me. I stayed in that police station on the 111, man, all day. No phone call, I couldn't talk to my peoples. They wouldn't let my peoples come see me. It's just me locked to this. Well, after they whooped my ass, they chained me to the wall. I'm just stuck and different people coming in, trying to talk to me and things like that. And hey, I ain't got nothing to say. Ain't nobody saying nothing about me sitting here beat the fuck up, but y'all want to keep asking me questions. Detectives came back, they whooped my ass again. As a kid, bro, they even thinking about them ass whoopings making me mad. From the if the Yummy family looking, let them know like personally that night shouldn't have happened. And for me, I'm sorry that it happened, you know what I mean? I wish it was something I could have did to change it, but I couldn't.
I'm a little curious about something though. What was so significant about Yummy's case started the citywide manhunt for this kid? Because killings are happening all the time in Chicago. So what made this case so significant to make police want to kick doors, crack down on gangs looking for this kid? That's crazy to me that you join a gang for the brotherhood and the community, thinking like no matter, and all y'all doing dirt, right? All the gang members are doing dirt to get money, killing, selling drugs, doing what they do. And you got this young man with no guidance. First of all, he's not even getting guided in the right direction. You got him doing all these killings, all this, and putting the weight of the world on this young man, and all, not even thinking about the trauma he's going to endure. Granted, probably a lot of these young men didn't grow up with a father or someone to guide them. I feel like at a certain point, as you start to get older, you know wrong is wrong, right? And you want to start guiding people in the right direction. I understand that he didn't want to be disrespectful to the family. I did watch the full interview. If you're interested in watching the full interview, go check it out on the Art of Dialogue. I'll put the link down below. But he said not really much of anything. Just basically he didn't want to disrespect the family. And I get that too, right? Like people don't want to relive certain moments in their life. But my thing is, what is the point of going on not only one interview, he went on multiple interviews. I haven't watched the other interviews to see what it was about. Why constantly go on to these interviews and you're not going to discuss what happened or why it happened? He said he could only guess, yeah, the police bringing a lot of heat on the gang, but wasn't it already like that though? Like with the killings going on and the drugs being slain, like weren't y'all already being watched? I don't know. Prayers for both sides though, for the brothers that committed the execution, as well as the family. So y'all go check that out, man. Let me know y'all thoughts. It's a sad situation because it's still going on to this day with these young men and these gangs. And it just seemed like generational curse trauma is just continuing to be passed on down. If you are or was a gang member and you changed your life around and you out trying to do some good by talking to the youth, kudos to you. Keep up the good work. Continue to stay motivated. Continue to be encouraged and know that your purpose in life, despite what you did in the past, is far greater than what you did in the past. And, hopefully, prayerfully, you believe in God. You ask for forgiveness and you change your ways. If y'all been following this story, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if you've been following the brothers going on to the different platforms, sharing their story, I might check out another interview of them. I'll give it one more shot to figure out, what's the motive. But my thing is this, like, if you ain't gonna say much of nothing, or unless you're promoting something like, hey, I'm doing gang intervention or something for the community. But other than that, I don't know.